Nature-made multi-for-him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, Nature-made multi-for-him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature-made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature-made multi-for-him gummies, because you don't want to stop.
To the 12th round.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. Behold the church of the ghetto, feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, if you see this man in a dark alley, run for your life. He will beat you up and throw you in the trash can. Here's the green-eyed bandit. He fights people. Sometimes he bites people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop your daddy ass, the one and only Roosevelt, the fighter. What's happening?
What's up, people, man? Hey, the man told y'all every single week I can beat people up, and now I can come to your house and beat people up because I got me a little whip now. Got me a little whip. You know
that's illegal, sir. Why are you going to people's houses beating them up?
Okay. Well, I can catch you in Walmart then. I catch you in the Walmart parking lot. Is that better?
No, that's not better. Listen, we talking about peace today. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love.
We listen. We can't be talking about peace because our guest today, she ain't about peace, bro. You gotta check her resume. She's not about peace. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and introduce y'all to our guest right here today. Now she young, okay, but she don't fight not like a young girl. She don't. She fight like a grown woman. She be out there. She can get busy with the women, but she go toe to toe with the men. You know what I'm saying? If you step in the ring with her, you better come correct because she ain't about that peace. If you trying to bring that peace, you feel me?
I feel
you feel me?
We here.
All right, we here.
Yeah.
We here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce y'all to our guest tonight, the AIWF World. Not just the region, not just the region, Craig. The world.
Not just the region, Craig.
World Women's Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Ava Brooks Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Hello.
What's going on?
happening?
It's been a crazy couple months, but it's been super busy and I love it and I love being able to do this and I appreciate you guys having me on the podcast tonight.
Oh no, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You took time out of your schedule of ass whooping to come here with us and grace us with your presence. So we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started, man. I ask this question to all of our guests. It's different every time, but I love to see where people first got the spark. So the AVA, Ava Brooks. When did you fall in love with wrestling?
I feel like I was a little late to the game than most people that I've wrestled or that I train with. A lot of them started watching wrestling at a very young age, whether it was with their dad or whatever family member. And it was on in my house, but I wasn't the kid to like sit down and fully focus on it. I actually feel like I kind of went backwards because I really started to get into more indie wrestling before I started watching WWE and AEW. I had switched to online school after COVID happened. And with that, I quit all of my high school sports that I'd been doing since like first grade. So I've been an athlete my whole life. Obviously, I needed something different because not having sports, like that was my outlet. There was a gym we started going to, and they had a boxing club, an MMA club, kickboxing. So I joined every single class. My brother started doing their amateur wrestling club there. I went to a few practices, started doing that. And then I was training for freestyle in wrestling, and I ended up breaking my hand at practice. And getting back into it didn't feel right. And in the time that I was recovering from my hand breaking, we started going to Imagine Wrestling in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and IWC in Elizabeth. And I was like 14, 15. I saw Katie Arquette for the very first time and was just like completely in tone with her, like tunnel vision almost, with the way that she moved in the ring, the way that she interacted with the crowd, the way she sold things. Obviously, I didn't know any of that at the time. Like, that was what she was supposed to do. But I looked at my mom and I said, this is what I want to do. And I thought that she was going to have a stroke. And she was like, what? Because my brother is the definition of growing up on wrestling. Like, he is a dictionary. No, not a dictionary.
Encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah, that word. When it comes to wrestling, and he knows I got to catch up. He knows way more than me. But so yeah, I told my mom I wanted to wrestle. She was like, okay, I guess. Obviously, I was still in high school. We couldn't get a wrestling school to look at me until I was at least 16. And even then, my parents still had to sign a waiver. And yeah, it was a couple months after I turned 16. I was a junior in high school. I started training because I wanted the full 2 years before I was able to make my debut, because you can't wrestle here on the show until you're 18. And then it was February so I debuted June 14th on my 18th birthday, which was really cool in itself. And it was against Katie, so it was a full circle moment. But 3 months before my debut, I ended up getting hurt at my training school. And I was just kind of over it, because it wasn't the first time that I got hurt. And I was like, okay, now I have to recover in these 3 months so that I can get to my debut. As soon as I was healed, I was still putting up rings whenever I was hurt. I was still going to shows, still helping out, still doing all of that. And once I was cleared, because my mom did not let me do anything the ring. She's like, Ava, if you hurt yourself, I swear to God. And I was like, okay. I was like, I promise, I'm just doing a front row. I'm not gonna hurt myself.
That sounds like my mom. She would have been like, if you hurt yourself, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
So I would get into the ring with literally anybody that would give me the time of day, really, at these shows. And then my debut was really a physical test for me to see where I was and what I needed help training, what more I needed to do for training. Because you never stop training in this business. And after that, I immediately started going to the Stronghold in Uniontown, which is the training school of Rise Wrestling with Brandon Kay, Glenn Spector, and Dean Radford. And
Awesome.
that's from 15 to date. That's the past 3 years of my life.
Oh, that's great. Well, what sports did you play before you got into wrestling? You mentioned that you were very athletic as a youth. What sports did you play?
I did soccer for a little bit until I was able to do basketball. I loved basketball. I played for like 7 years. And then in between, I played a little bit of volleyball. You have like the marching band, but you have like your twirlers in the front. I did that not only during football season, but I did it in indoor. And then there's different categories of things you can do in indoor competition. Like you can do color guard, which is flags on a really big pole that you swing around and looks pretty. I did a little bit of dance, not a whole lot. It was really in that twirling group. And then I had all of my wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, all of that stuff. And then once I started wrestling, I tried, because I was still, even though I switched to online, I was still able to do sports with my local public school. And I was trying to do volleyball, basketball, and wrestling, and that was not working. At that moment, I realized how demanding professional wrestling is. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do the damn thing, I'm going to give everything that I have to it. And I still needed time to focus on my schooling so that I could graduate. So yeah, I did everything but cheerleading and softball.
Okay.
Which I didn't touch.
As a young person that's into sports, right? How is it nowadays trying to balance your collegiate life with your sports life? How is that nowadays?
So I feel like I definitely have it a lot easier when it comes to my schooling with independent wrestling, because I'm in an accelerated program to become a medical assistant. And so it's only a year long and I'm already halfway done. So I have a couple weeks. I think I have like 4 weeks left of this term, something like that. And then, no, I have like 6 weeks left. 6 weeks left. And then I have my other 12 weeks, which is just internship. And then I graduate in September. And I only go Mondays and Wednesdays. So, and my schedules on Mondays right now is 8:20 to 2 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays, it's 8:20 to 11:25, and then I'm done. Now, the amount of homework is crazy because we can't slack off at all so that we get done in this year, because it used to be a 2-year program, but they figured out a way to just condense it into one. So it's a lot. And I wasn't really sure how well I was going to do with it, because my senior year, I really struggled with balancing wrestling and school. And like, there was other things in my life going on, but like, I did not hold myself accountable at all. I really don't even know how I graduated. I think it's only because I passed my senior project and they were just like, okay. But
Yeah.
it really was only because I wasn't applying myself. Like, I think the lowest grade that I've had in college so far is a 93 at the end of a term. And I feel like I'm balancing college in wrestling better than I was high school in wrestling. And that might have just been because I feel like I'm mature now than I was my senior year, even though there's literally hasn't even been a year since I graduated. But wrestling has taught me to mature so much because I have to in order to make it. I have to be able to stick up for myself and be able to like put that foot down. So I also think that wrestling has made my worth ethic a lot more than it was, because it's like, if you want something, you have to fight for it. There's no short, and the more shortcuts there are some, but if you take those, you're only hurting yourself in the end, and you're not going to get the product that you want. So no shortcuts, only go, 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 go. And it's a little overwhelming sometimes, and it's a little just like, whoa, but I figure it out and we keep moving. And then eventually I get to a point where I'll be like so far ahead with my paper schoolwork that I only have to worry about the stuff in school. So then I can just like, and that really helps because weekends are so busy now. And usually that's when I was doing my homework, but yeah, that's not an option anymore. So I gotta do it the day I get it, or it's not going to get done.
Oh man, well, part of balancing things out is just the mark of a champion. I think that you're doing it really well. And actually, we have a little surprise for you. Is it okay?
Yeah. Oh my God! Hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's going
what's
on?
up?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me give a quick introduction. Now, you guys have watched The Wizard of Oz, okay? And if you remember The Wizard of Oz, they were going down the Yellow Brick Road to go see the wizard, and they didn't know who the man was behind the curtain. Ladies and gentlemen, the owner of the AIWF, the man behind the curtain, the one that you don't really see very much.
Yeah, that was a heck of an introduction, guys.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matt Classic.
Good to be here, guys. AWF, we're doing great. Ava, she's been a heck of a champion. I know she's got defenses lined up all around the country, and she's doing great. So I'm glad we have her. And AWF, we just celebrated our 33rd anniversary show. We did a great job there, and we're going on 34 years.
Oh man, 34 years. That is history. What does it mean to be a champion in your organization?
I mean, the AWF belts, so they're definitely sought after. If you got one on, you're a target on your back. I know Roosevelt, he's been the shoot champion. He knows how that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, we just added our 50th country in Ireland. We'll have a press release about that coming up soon, and we have over 150 promotions right now. So it's very busy at the AIWF.
Quick question for you. Ava is just getting started in her professional wrestling career. What gave you the notion, or what made you feel like she was the perfect fit to compete for the women's title and to carry as the division?
She did really well up in upstate New York for our partner promotion, NCW, Nickel City Wrestling, and they vouched for her. And she got in the ring with Miss Clara Carter, who's been everywhere, trained by Tom Pritchard herself. And she beat Miss Clara, so she's a champion. That's how it goes, right?
That's how it goes. Yeah, man, I love that. Ava, did you enjoy our little surprise? I know we kind of popped it up on you.
I was going to say, we're like
she's a great
so
champion.
far away. Thank you.
Oh man, what did you want your title reign to look like?
Oh, you talking to me?
I'm talking to Ava. Both of you guys can chime in, but as far as Ava, like, what do you want your title reign to look like?
Honestly, I'm doing bringing a much bigger name to it because Clara had it. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get too many defenses when she had the belt. So I want to bring more attention to it. I want to bring more attention to the women's division for AIWF and get more faces to recognize that the women's division is just as strong as every other belt that we have in the organization. And I feel like we're getting there. I really do. we, like he said, we have defenses lined up everywhere, and I'm still working things out. I just confirmed a booking in California for September. So, and I have dates lined up in Indiana, Connecticut. Like, we're going everywhere with it. And even if I'm not defending that belt at those promotions, if I have it, it will be there and everybody will see it.
Absolutely. Matt Classic, let me ask you a question, man. What is your vision moving forward for the AIWF?
I mean, the AWF, we're truly a global sanctioning body, a global alliance. And I mean, I think it's just constantly grown. I mean, I've been with the AWF almost 20 years now. And I mean, it's grown immensely. We've got a great TV show. I don't know if anybody's caught it, AWF Across the Globe. It actually airs in Miss Ava's backyard or on CUTV, which is part of the University of California, Pennsylvania. It airs on One Sports, which airs in New York and Chicago, among others. And I mean, we're just getting more outlets. Trust me, we got a lot more coming.
Oh man, that's a tough market up there, man. Do you guys work together, or do you feel the competition?
Oh, AWF Across the Globe, it highlights all the AWF promotions. I'm working with Gorilla Press Productions, and they did a great job. We just dropped episode 12 this past Sunday. So yeah, 12 episodes, and we're just going to keep going.
Absolutely.
Real quick, Matt, give us a quick rundown of all the women's champions. Well, just a small number of names.
Okay, off the top of my head, we had Mia Svensson, we had Leah DeTapia, Melanie Cruz. We've had Clara, obviously. We just had a ton of great women champions. Miss Divine Nicole, she wrestled for Ring of Honor herself. Maria Maniac, Brittany Force, who's I'm sure Ava knows out of Pennsylvania. She was a pretty big name up there. But yeah, the women's belt, I mean, it's going well for its time being around. I think we're about 8, maybe about 10 years in on it right now.
Okay. Who do you think will pose the biggest threat to Ava's title reign? I'm getting a little messy.
I mean, she's got threats all over there. There's women that want their shots of her like across the globe. They're like, oh, they want that belt, just like every belt in the AWF. They all want the belts.
Absolutely. What you say, Ava?
Nobody's taking this belt from me. Nobody.
Y'all heard it here first.
Nobody.
Nobody. Absolutely, man. We're excited to see what's going on. Real quick, Matt, can you plug all of the upcoming events that AIWF has?
Man, I couldn't even tell you how many events, because we got events every weekend, every day of the week almost. It's just, I'll tell everybody to go to AIWF Wrestling on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, and you'll see posters, videos, and they can let you know where we're going to be next, because that I can't even keep up with it. It's so big, guys.
Absolutely, man. So check out the AIWF. And now, real quick, Matt Classic, where can the people find you, man?
Oh, yeah, they can find me on Facebook. They can find me everywhere. But I'm the one that answers all the messages to the social media. I'm the jack of all trades at the AIWF, apparently. And it's been that way a long time. Roosevelt knows. I've known Roosevelt since he broke into the business, guys, just to be clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man, what's his dirty secrets? Go ahead and tell us.
Oh man! Oh, he's got a college degree. He's a veteran. He's got children. He's got a beautiful wife. I can tell you all the good stuff.
Oh man, that's all good stuff. Don't nobody want to hear that. We want to get messy.
look, Matt Classic knows I'm the guy that likes to fight, so he ain't gonna say too much.
Yeah, I mean, him and Mustafa Jordan had a hell of a bout up in Montreal, Canada. I mean, it's still being talked about. Mustafa is still the champion. He actually just went to a draw with Drew Gulak recently up in Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man,
it was really good. I was very proud of him.
Hey, Matt, what's we got WrestleMania coming up this weekend.
Oh, we got 3 shows going on out there this weekend. Colorado Springs Wrestling's running. Primo's Pro, another Denver-based promotion, is running. And then when a lot of our guys are working with a lot of the Lucha shows. Speaking of, Dos Caros Jr. just defended the Latin American belt against Vito Farelli Sunday night in Mexico City. It's on YouTube. Check that match out. And Dos Caros Jr. is the son of Dos Caros, the nephew of Mel Masters, and the brother of Alberto Del Rio.
Oh man.
He actually
Yeah.
had a WWE deal himself for a slight bit for about 6 months. But he's been killing in Mexico.
Man, it seems like you got a strong guy for talent, man. What do you look for whenever you're trying to select talent for the promotions?
I mean, I got a good network of contacts, and I'm obsessed with wrestling, as probably everybody knows. And it just went well. Are you ready for it, boss? Okay, let me let you go. I got to handle something.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Man.
All right, thank you, guys.
Let's talk to you. Absolutely. Matt, classic. Ava. Oh, not sure what's going on. I'll fix it. Boom. Ava. Sorry to spring that surprise up on you.
Whew.
We caught you off guard.
I didn't get a whole lot of time to talk to Matt whenever I was down there, but knowing that I had people vouching for me up at Nickel City, and I don't think I've ever gotten emotional over the whole thing as of yet. This is raw emotion, y'all. You get the first look at it.
You got me all in my feels.
It's just like the feeling of winning the belt. I turned heel halfway through, and I had my family down there and everything, so they got to see me win my first belt. And everybody up at home was so excited for me when I got back, and knowing where I started, I feel like I had the odds all stacked against me in order to fail in this business. And I wasn't sure how well it was going to work for me because I'm small, I'm very socially awkward. I can do the podcast, I can do the promos, I can do everything, but outside of wrestling I am very just to myself. I post a lot on social media, but I am not a very social person at all. I talk to my family, my boyfriend, and a couple other people. That's it. So knowing that they trusted me enough, because I won it at 8 months in, knowing that they trusted me enough to carry it, and knowing hearing him say how well I'm doing, that he's happy that they put the belt on me. No, it didn't matter how long that I was in. It means a lot because I got so much shit from friends and outside people I expected, but it was even in my own circle that I thought would support me didn't. So having to cut those people off and not knowing if I was going to make it, and not knowing if I was making the right choice by cutting them off, because I was well, maybe they are right. And at one point, I was before wrestling, I was at it was whenever I broke my hand. I had lost everything. My sports have held me together. They're one of the only things that have kept me going, especially when I go through those hard times. I didn't have it at all. And then I had this dream, and so many people were shitting on me, and so many people were telling me that I couldn't do this, and so many people were telling me that it was fake, that it wasn't believable, and that I was too small. And they were well, what about your future? What if you get hit one wrong way? You can't have a family of your own. And that even happened whenever I was in boxing, MMA. Nobody wanted me to do it because they're just you're a girl. What? So I feel especially now, seeing the women's divisions everywhere get so much publicity, and seeing them grow, and we have really good fucking talent all over the world. And I feel women's wrestling is finally getting taken seriously in that way, and showing that we're not just a pretty face and a good looking body. We can do the same thing guys do. So one of the biggest matches for me, other than my belt, when I won, I had 2 weeks ago against a really good friend of mine. He wrestles by AJ Alexander. And I met him whenever I was 14 helping with shows. And our bond became super close. I wanted to wrestle him forever. And for some reason, like, promotions aren't really doing a whole lot of intergender matches in my area right now because the fans have been very vocal that they do not like it. And I understand that because it's a guy beating up a girl, but at the same time, if you do it right, the girl's also getting up. And if you do it to make sense, I feel like we did. It really works. But it was definitely the toughest match that I do because I go into every match and, like, this is not dance class. I don't want you to freaking, like, when you hit me, hit me. When you slam me, slam me. Like, I have to be able to sell that. So doing this, like, I felt everything. And by the end of it, my body was so tired, like, it just shut down. I gave everything into that match to prove that, like, I belong here. I belong in the business. I know what I'm doing. I'm not fucking stupid. And, like, we went for 18 minutes. And the amount of people that, like, finally started to recognize what I could do, it's just like, okay, so you told me that I couldn't do this, and it took me standing toe-to-toe to a guy that's much bigger than me for 18 minutes slamming me, and you know that it hurts my body. It literally took me physically hurting so bad that my body shut down for you to take me seriously. And it's like, the worst part is, like, there's still so many people, and I know there's going to be haters all the time. Like, I was bullied in high school, whatever. Like, I get that. And for the most part, those comments, I can just, whatever. But it's like when I finally get to prove them wrong, I feel like that's when I get emotional, especially the people in my own family that I thought would be the number one supporters. And they were constantly making jokes or belittling the idea. And they were like, you need a real education. You need a real job. Wrestling's just a hobby. And I'm like, wrestling could be a career too. Do you not know what the fuck WWE is? Do you not know? Do you not know what AEW is? Do you not know there's a million promotions? And you can make, even if you're on the indies and you're booking yourself correctly, you can be an indie worker and that be your full-time job. Yep. So, like, I hate it when people shit on wrestling because it's like, I know so many people too that, like, wrestling has saved. And I have so many friends that I know for a fact have been at the lowest of low and they found wrestling and it saved them. And I feel like that's also, I'm such a big mental health advocate because not only have I felt the lowest of lows myself, but I have friends that have felt the lowest of lows. I've lost people that I know have hit the lowest of lows. And, like, whenever you see somebody get to that point and you try everything you do and it's still not enough and you get that call that, like, hey, they're gone. And it's just like the amount of shit that you know that they got, even though they were doing the thing that they loved, you shit on them and then they felt like they were not worthy. Like, that does not make, like, it's 2025. Cut the bullshit out. Like, it's, nobody judges you for working at fucking Dunkin'. No one judges you for working at McDonald's. Get your fucking bag. I don't care what you do. But it's just like, there's just so much hate on wrestling for no reason. I am feuding with this girl named Lexus Sin. So we're feuding at one promotion. We're friends at another that are very close together. Fans are confused. The promotion we're feuding at, we wanted to do something. We wanted people to, like, realize that something was going on at another promotion because they were so focused on the big thing that happened at the other one. Mm-hmm. We wanted to, like, equal the playing fields because for the most part, they are very, even though they're close, they are very different crowds. So I posted on my Facebook. I had 600 followers whenever I posted it. I think I'm at, like, 5.2 thousand now because the video blew up and it's at, like, 3 million views. Like, it popped off. I'm, like, reading the comments and some of them are funny and then some of them are just like there's so much hate on me in that video because I didn't hit her. And I'm like, if you took 2 fucking seconds to go look at my post or all my posts, you would realize what this is. And there's still people that are like, are you dumb? Like, if you go look, you can tell that, yes, this was staged. It's for whatever storyline they're doing, like WWE does. And people still don't care. They're like, I don't care. They made themselves look dumb. This is ghetto. I'm like, whoa. First off, we're at a show. Someone said they need to stop allowing alcohol beverages at children's events. And that one I was like, respectfully, this is a wrestling show, and that was not alcohol. The can that dropped was an energy drink. What is going on? Like, there's no alcohol. People were saying we were drunk. People were saying that we looked like idiots, that it was embarrassing, that I should take it down. And someone was like, this is literally her job. And you're telling her to take it down. They're like, I don't care. This is embarrassing for her. Nobody else needs to see this. Secondhand embarrassment. And I'm just like, to be honest, go fuck yourself, because I don't care. I feel like, honestly, after that post and like seeing everything and being able to laugh at it, like, I realized there's always going to be hate comments no matter what you do. And once it hit even the 200K mark, it like outreached. Like, it's beyond most of the wrestling fans. Like, we're starting to get to general public, and like, yeah, in general public I would not have taken 10 seconds to pull my hair up, but I had to. In the general public, I wouldn't have not swung. That's not how I am. If you're gonna talk shit, I'm gonna swing. But like, I had to cue the refs, I had to get people involved, and it's just like, and I have to like remind myself, because I can feel myself getting heated about it, and I need to remind myself not to, because like, at the end of the day, I did my job. I did what I'm supposed to do, and everything turned out fine. And like, the fans that were at the show, that like, because wrestling fans aren't stupid. They know what's going on now, especially with press conferences with Triple H talking. They know what a work is. They know what selling is. They know. Now, granted, if a fan comes up to me and I can very much tell that they believe the whole concept, I am not. It's like my dad told me the other day. He was like, to be fair, he was like, on podcasts, I feel like you should try to keep kayfabe alive a little bit. And I was like, in fairness, the fans that still believe probably aren't watching this or will realize what's going on. Because the curtain's been pulled back so much, and I know people are trying to save it, but I feel like with the way we have social media, we can kind of finesse things. So like, there's a whole thing right now where people literally do not know if the whole Charlotte and Tiffany like back and forth thing actually went off script, or if they're using social media to use it as a work, because maybe they finally figured that out. Because we're in a different era now. So everything is so different. But I don't know where I was going with that. But point being, fans aren't dumb. They know what's going on. And the fans that saw it said that the storytelling was great. They felt like there was raw emotion in it. They thought that it was real. And that's really all that matters. We had even the wrestlers that we share a fucking locker room with. We go back there and they're like, yo, we didn't know what was going on. Like, we thought y'all were actually about to fight. And I was like, that's literally my best friend. So, I mean, I will fight. Yeah. I will fight. Put your hands up and I will fight you. But in that situation, we were doing an idea that we came up with, and it just so happened to pop off.
Yeah, if you can't fight with your best friend, then who can you fight with? Exactly. Roosevelt has been in the game for quite some time, and he's wrestled for a few promotions himself. NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor, WWE. He's been around the block or two. And then he's a multiple-time champion. How many belts do you have right now, Roosevelt?
Right now, 3 right now.
3-time champion right now on the independent series. What advice would you give to Ava Brooks on how to navigate the waters of this business, the wrestling business?
I would say just do what you're doing now. Just making connections, building up a reputation of somebody who is dependable, who is available. You know, it's more so of a lot of people think that they just go to be a professional wrestler and that's all they do is professional wrestling. That's all they learn everything. Because I tell the story a lot of times when first time I had a match in Ring of Honor, the reason why I got the match was because I was giving guys a haircut in the back. You know what I'm saying? I had something else available. I had something else that no one else had. And when the production guy came up and said, yo, how much are you charging? I said, for you, a match. And he went and got me a match because I was willing to give him a haircut for free. Mm-hmm. So just learn everything you can. I love the fact that you're doing the boxing and the MMA because I tell people all the time, the biggest problem I have with professional wrestlers is that they can't fight. And so when they say, oh, what happened to your match? Man, I got lost. How you get lost in a fight? You either going to punch him or you're going to grab him. Like there's no getting lost or forgetting what you're going to do. You get too caught up in the calling everything in the back and performing out there. Well, who are you performing for? Are you performing for yourself and the boys in the back, or are you performing for the fans? Because you can call an entire 30-minute match in the back and then get out there and they'll be like, oh, that was stupid. That was dumb. And if you're not listening to the fans. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep listening. Keep asking questions. Keep making connections. Do seminars. Talk to the right people. Talk to people like Bob Evans, Kevin Kelly. Talk to Drew Honest up in Canada. These people that can actually give you some really good insight and guide you to any and everything that you need, and just keep pushing. And don't even look the haters and the bullies. Think about it. The bullies that you had in high school are watching you do what you do, and they can't do it.
Mm-hmm. I know that for a fact because some of y'all follow me. I see.
That's right. I see you looking. What you're looking at.
I see you.
What you're looking at. None of them can do what you do. And any bully that's out there and that's want to get on social media and say, "Oh, she's fake," and she's this and all that. Tell them come in and ring and take a bump. And let's see if they're able to walk.
I wanted to take that so many times this morning because I made a post about the match with AJ and gave like a summary of the match. And there's this girl, because with the one video blowing up, all of my other videos, people are going to like see what I'm about or just see what's going on. And this one girl, like all the comments were from people that were from the show, and they're like, "You guys did great." Da 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 da. And there's this one girl, she's like, "Oh my god, are these people serious? Like you can clearly tell it's fake." I want to be like, respectfully, I know that wrestling's not for everybody, and this is a comment you could have kept to yourself because read the comments, read the room. Your comment does not fit here. Your comment does not fit in my circle. Get out.
Exactly. I always tell people if you think wrestling is fake, then let me know which Marvel movie you believe. Let me know if you believe that Rodney, what's his name? Iron Man.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Let me know if you really believe that he's Tony Stark. If you believe that, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
You're gonna have to punch me in the face because I actually believe that he's Tony Stark. He's the only version of Tony Stark I want to see.
You need to go take a nap, Brian.
I need help. It's okay. It's okay.
But just keep doing what you're doing, Ava. I mean, and you got people. Listen, anytime you need anything, want to contact me, shoot me a message. Like, hey, what do you think about that? Shoot me some of your matches. I'll watch them. I'll give you feedback. I've got people connected. Steve Carino, C.W. Anderson. I'll pass it to them. Let them take a look at it, and we got you. We got you.
And tell all your haters to just shut up and fight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Just
put it
because
on
I promise I won't take 10 seconds to pull up my hair, and we will go at it for real.
Yeah, so. There you go. Don't you let me put my hair up, goddamn.
Well, I want you to put your hair up. In fact, Brian, I want her to put her hair up. I want to see what she got.
Oh man, listen, Ava, I hate to do it to you, but for some reason, Roosevelt always has some beef with people on this show, and it's just wrestlers in particular. And he don't care if it's a man or woman or baby or grandma. He really is an equal opportunity ass whooper when it comes to promos. So I want to see where your chops is at. I want you to cut a scathing promo against Roosevelt like he said something to you, and now you got to pop off and defend yourself because he done called you small and scrawny and said all those mean, evil things to you. So I want you to threaten him within an inch of his life. You know, the way that only Ava can do. You know what I'm saying? So are you down for this challenge?
Yes. I'm gonna have it that you think you're gonna take my belt from me because you just want to.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, you can go first. You're so confident. You can go first.
All right. Well, hold up, beautiful people. Prepare yourself. We are going to war.
Roosevelt. Right. You think you're so big, bad, and tough, but let me remind you, I stood toe-to-toe with AJ Alexander for 18 minutes, and I went against all odds when everybody told me that I couldn't. So what makes you think that you can come into my ring and take my belt? Now listen, I saw your little vitamin commercial. I saw how you work out in the gym. I see it all. But I know for a damn fact when we get in those ropes, I'm coming for your head. And I don't care how big you are. I don't care how much more experience you have than me. I don't care what TV shows you've been on. I don't care what companies you work for. I don't care how many matches you've had. It doesn't matter because you have never been in the ring with the unstoppable spark, Ava Brooks. And when you walk through those ropes, I'm coming for your head.
Roosevelt, I'm coming for you. Oh, man. Ava Sparks came up, the AVA. She came out with the heat, man. Roosevelt, you're looking soggy over there. What you got?
Are you crying?
Me?
Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in wrestling. Ava, let me explain something to you. In fact, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go downstairs or into the other room, and I want you to ask your parents to come to this TV screen. And I want them to take a piece of pen and a piece of paper, and I want them to sign on a line saying that they give me permission to whoop your ass the way they should have done all these years ago. Because let me tell you something, little girl. I am no fly-by-night talent. I am no walk in the park. You've been in the ring for 18 minutes with AJ. I've been in the ring for damn near 18 years. I've been in the ring as long as you've been alive. While you were sipping baby bottles, I was out there putting guys to sleep. You walking around with your new AIWF Women's World Championship. Congratulations. That's beautiful. But let me explain something to you. You can't spell woman without a man. And I will be the man to take your AIWF Women's World Championship. And by the end of the night, you will understand and you will know, just like everyone else has known and will continue to know, that my name is Roosevelt. And I like to fight.
Man, somebody.
I love that. I love that.
Somebody turned the heat up, lit a fire. I love all this passion that we're seeing, man. Oh man, Ava won that. She brought the flames. She set you up for success. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you were like, you're gonna do something, you're gonna make the promo on Roosevelt. I'm like, I gotta talk about this vitamin commercial that I just watched. I gotta do it. I gotta do
it. Yeah. She had the bullets in the chamber, Jack. She let them loose. I love what you just did. You got chops. I'm excited to see what you do in the future. She's only 18 years old and she's a champion already. You know what I'm saying? So she is something special. Listen, keep your head up. Don't listen to the haters. And then if you listen to the haters, either take the criticism or keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Use it as fuel. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing matters more than what you think and what you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so think about this. You created something that was successful and viral, something that a lot of wrestlers haven't done. So for you to be able to do that, and then I think that you have a formula where you can replicate that and bring attention to the promotions that you are doing. So keep on learning and learning how to fight and learning how to act. You got a mirror right there. You know what I'm saying? Practice in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? Certain facial expressions and, you know what I'm saying, how to communicate with your face. You know what I'm saying? When I used to model, and Roosevelt used to model too, I had to learn how to communicate with my face because, you know, models always had like the dead face, though. You know what I'm saying? But I learned how to communicate, you know what I'm saying, different things with my face. And just by standing in the mirror, I got my model face together, you know, the Zoolander. And I had the Zoolander together, you know what I'm saying? But I think that you absolutely have the talent and the willpower, and you already a champion at 18, man. That is very, very impressive. And we're blessed to have you here because I know I see big things for you in your future.
And you got some fan love right here. So shout out to Marianne Miller, a big Ava Brooks fan. Absolutely.
Big Ava energy.
I'm extremely proud of you. Your promo was really, really good. I love the fire and intensity that you have. And if anybody got any problems and you just tired of dealing with it, tell them you got an uncle named Roosevelt who like to fight. And watch how fast, watch how fast the room get cleared. They're like, oh, Roosevelt?
Yeah. Roosevelt coming.
Roosevelt. Wait.
Yeah.
You got milk in his hand?
Yeah. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't fight fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't fight fair. I got the raptor claw over here. I got you. You know what I'm saying?
And you can ask around. There is a group, a full organization of wrestlers who get together every month and have meetings on how they're going to get together and jump me, and it never goes well with their meetings. They're like, well, what if we do this and catch him while he's sleeping? I said, nah, man, no, he
he don't sleep. What do you mean? Doesn't sleep?
Yeah, man, a gallon of milk in his hand. I don't want those problems.
Yeah, you the real life Major Payne. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know if you get that reference. That's a little bit before your time. Yeah.
I was say probably not. There's a lot of references that happen on these podcasts. They're like, Ava, do you get it? And I'm like, no.
Nah. Nah, I don't, you know. But it's cool though. It's cool. Oh man. So what are some things that you're interested in outside of the ring? You know what I'm saying? What does Ava like to do in her days off?
I've really started to enjoy going on walks. They became very calming for me. I've gotten really invested into my schooling. That's probably like the biggest hobby that I have outside of wrestling, because it's what the rest of my time really goes to.
Right.
And I like my reality TV.
What shows you watch?
Let's see. Like, I need the most drama. So like Temptation Island, Love Island, even what was the show Baddies? Love that show. There's a show called Traitor that I like to watch. What else?
This is Ava's most watched list. You know what I'm saying? Of reality shows. Yeah.
For real.
Reality with Ava.
Reality with Ava. Yeah, that's probably like my main ones for that. And then if I'm on my phone, there's only like 2 games that there's like 3 games I really play. One is
Are you a gamer?
Not like video games.
Okay.
My ADHD is so bad, and I feel like I just button smash. Like I don't feel like I understand any of it. I'm just like I'm gonna beat you by somehow hitting all of these random buttons. So like I'm more of like a watch the video games, but if it's on my phone, like Subway Surfers, I love that game. There's a game called Township. It's like a farm. You build a farm, but you also like build a town. Then your farm is what gets you the money to take care of your town. And then the WWE Supercard game, me and my family are all addicted to it. I literally played it from the time I got home today to 6:30.
WWE Supercard.
Yeah, I was grinding on that game. I was just because there was a new update too, and I was like, I gotta, because I'm behind everybody in my house, and they're all giving me shit for it. And I'm like, because I had it, and then I deleted it because it was taking up way too much space on my phone. But then I got more space on my phone, so I was like, I'm gonna download it again. So now I'm behind everybody, and they're like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, guys, I got this really cool card." And they're like, "We already have that." And I'm like, "Okay, go fuck yourself." Sorry. Jeez.
Ain't nobody asked you to shit in my grits. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask you. Can I enjoy my card that I just got?
Can I enjoy my card, please? It's new to me. It's new to me.
It's new to me. Absolutely, man. Well, look, Ava Brooks, man, this has been a great interview. And we definitely have to have you back on the show. You are now a member of the Best Damn Crew. You know what I'm saying? So you can come on anytime that you want to and talk to us. You know, we're your uncles now. You know what I'm saying? We're your uncles now. So, you know, if you need something, you can reach out to us. I know we got some events and stuff that's coming up. If you need some connections or you're trying to book some matches in different regions, reach out to Roosevelt. He'll look out for you. He's one of those people who don't mind helping. You know what I'm saying? And that's rare in the business. And he's very well connected. So, you know, just reach out to him like, hey, do you know anybody that's having the show in North Carolina? And he can hook you up with everybody that's doing something. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let me ask you a question. WrestleMania is coming up. Are you watching the show?
I am watching the show. I'll be at my boyfriend's house the first night, and then we're coming to my house the second night. So I'll watch everything.
Okay. Awesome. And who does your boyfriend like? Who's his favorite wrestlers?
Kenny Omega, the Bucks, Hangman.
Oh, he's one of them.
Those are like his top guys. He wants Cody Rhodes to win, and I want John Cena to win. And he was like, you can go fuck yourself. And I was like, no, John Cena is winning. I will literally fight you. I do not care.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cody wins, we ride. Yeah.
Literally, if Cody wins, I love Cody. Don't get me wrong. I love Cody. I love literally all of his work that he's done. But I'm just like, I've been on the Cena train since before the Rumble, and I'm like, yes. Let Cena win. And he's just so against it. And I was like, don't make me mad at you. Don't.
Oh man. Ava Brooks, what's your WWE dream match?
Oh, I feel like it's changed recently. Usually I was saying Liv, but I feel like me and Liv move very similar in the ring. And not gonna lie, but some of the moves I do are her moves. Like the way that I move in the ring is very inspired by her. Not exactly, but
what moves did you steal? Tell me, what moves did you steal?
So I'll just say the big one because I've hit this like once in a match, and well, I've tried to hit it multiple times, but I haven't. And it's her Oblivion. But at first, when I did it, I wasn't able to actually do the full like through the ropes and then back. So I was just stepping on the bottom, and then I'd jump back with them, and then I'd go into a submission. I haven't been able to pull that one out. And then I learned the actual Oblivion, so now I can hit that if I want to too. But I'm very like if I
don't know. Hold on, I think you missing something right now. What you just said was dope. It's like it's not an Oblivion, but it's like a reverse Anaconda Vice.
I'm trying.
The way I see it, because you
More like a
go for the
basic
yeah,
spot.
you go for the oblivion, but then you can't come back. And you said you put them in submission, right? So it's the same
I put
movement as the oblivion, but then you just hold on to them once you go down and just choke them out. I actually like that. That's dope.
yeah, it's down, and then I do something with my leg. I can't really describe it unless I'm doing it, and then I lock my hands, so it's like I forget what the submission is called. I can't think of it right now,
It's
but
all
I have
good though, but
that one.
yeah.
I try with my moveset to have like so many different things in the arsenal, because one thing that I really like with my persona is for like sometimes they know what's coming, but other times there's no clue, and I'll hit something and I'll just like they've never seen me do it before, so they're like, oh, we didn't know this, you could do this. And I love surprising the fans and giving them something new, because obviously I'm not having new gear all the time. So, and when I get new gear, I obviously won't post about it until I wear it on the show to surprise the fans. So
Okay.
the new moves are like getting new gear for me. Because I have never once hit a new move that no one's seen me do before and not get in a pot for it. It is the easiest way to get over, especially if the fans know who you are and they think they know your moveset. They're like,
What's
oh, we
what's
know what's going to come, and then it's like, nope, no, you don't.
what's a move that you want to do but you're scared to?
Split leg moonsault, and I have not gotten over the mental block of going backwards yet, so I can't do it. But my trainer said that he would help me learn how to do a backflip. So let's pray that I don't land on my head.
Absolutely. I would love to see you add a soccer kick to the arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I love a good old soccer kick right to the spine or a soccer kick to the face. I think that'd be dope. Yeah, it might be a little bit some places. How would you do that safe? Like a Randy Orton punt, but you call it soccer kick. Roosevelt, how would you do that in a safe way?
It takes the individual that's taking it to be able to go with the kick in terms of like the head and the face. In the back, you just got to make sure that you're not pointing your toes, because that's safe for you and them. You gotta, instead of kicking this way, you're here. So the top of your foot goes right across the meaty part of their back.
You have to make sure you like point your toe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta make it all dramatic. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
wear a kick pads.
like a Clydesdale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and wear kick pads. Nobody want bone on bone.
I want to see you kick somebody in the face. Straight soccer kick. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm sorry.
I mean, I do like okay, so you know how Jade does her I don't know, but it's just like I call it internally yes, yeah. So she'll go like that. I do it in a much smaller scale, but I kick them in the face that way.
Okay.
So they're not up, and I don't hit them in the shoulder, but I just kick them across the face. And then it's part of a combination that I do.
Well, I'm excited to see. You seem very scrappy to me. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh man. You got some shows coming up. I want you to go ahead and plug some of these shows. And you're kind of all over the place, girl. You got a lot of stuff going on. So let's check this one out.
So this is actually the girl in the video that I posted on Facebook that popped off. We're literally basically facing each other everywhere right now. And it's a good time because we literally get like we're both gonna be faces down here, and then at Rise she's a heel and I'm a face, and then I guess at RWA we're both faces as of right now. But hopefully I'll love you, Lex, but hopefully I'll leave with her belt that day.
That don't sound like love to me. That sounds like I'm taking your shit home with me.
Hey,
deal with it.
We can be friends outside the ropes, but like I said, inside those ropes, I'm coming for your head.
Oh man, I'm coming for your head. All right, you got another show popping off.
That is the Sunday. So I have RSW Saturday, and this is the next day. So I have a lot of traveling to do in 3 days, and thank the Lord that my parents are as supportive as they are, because they graciously drive me everywhere so I don't have to do it by myself.
That's lovely.
Match hasn't been announced for that yet, so I can't really say what I'm doing, but a promo should be coming very soon, so look out for that on my Instagram.
Absolutely. So you guys make sure you check out that show if you're in the area. And we got one more for you.
And this is the Friday before, so I'll be in Ohio on Friday, West Virginia on Saturday, and then I go up to Buffalo, New York on Sunday. And this is my debut at Oldie Wrestling. So it's going to be a very fun time. It's a very gimmicky promotion, so it's going to be something completely different than what I'm used to. I mean, granted, I have a gimmick, but even my gimmick is not going to be my gimmick there. I'm like Armbar Ava or something like that. So it's completely different.
Did you hear that, haters? Huh? Did you get that? Huh? She just said she was all over the United States with different matches. Huh? What you got to say, huh? You can hate me now. Yeah. What you doing on the weekend?
Some of y'all can't even drive around your town in one weekend. She in 3 states in one weekend. Now, tell that.
I forgot to give you the flyer for it, but so I'll come home Sunday night. Monday I have school. Tuesday is a rest day, and then Wednesday I am going to La Roche College in Pennsylvania, and we're doing a show at their college for Horizon Wrestling.
Okay.
So I have like 2 days, and then I wrestle again, and then a couple more days, and then May starts, and I think I only have 3 bookings so far, because I'm trying to change that, because I've been averaging like 4 or 5. So Roosevelt, I might message you and see if we know anybody that's running some things. That's looking for.
Don't might do it.
Yeah, I will do it. I don't know why I said I might. I will be messaging you. Because it's really weird now. My parents probably like it, and I'm sorry, Mom. I know that you're watching this, and you're probably like, "Oh, free time," but I can't do it. I want to wrestle more.
Nope. Free time gone. Yeah. But that's awesome though that you are getting yourself booked like that. I mean, you're moving like a vet. You know what I'm saying? For you to be as young as you are, and your family is behind you. And one thing that we do like to let people know that support goes a long way. We're big mental health advocates here too. Talk about how your family supporting your wrestling journey is important to you. I'm trying to make you cry again. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say you're really gonna make me cry again. So whenever I had cut basically half of my family off, because I believe in keeping my peace and doing what makes me happy, even if it's not easy to do in the moment. If I know it's going to have a better impact on me, and sometimes it's really hard, especially when you try to fix those relationships for years and it just doesn't work. I struggled with that for a very long time, because I have a blended family. So my mom that I live with is my stepmom, but she's been my mom since I was 3 years old, and I would still have visits with my biological mom, but it's been a really rough relationship for the past 6 years. And I have a little brother who is 5, and I love him so much, but with cutting off the family that I did, I have lost contact with him. And sometimes people try to use that against me to try to let those people back in my life, and it was one of the hardest things that I had to do, but like I have the memories with him. Like I know that I was a good sister, and I know that I did everything that I could for that. So whenever I had to cut all of that off to protect myself, I was in my parents' room, and my parents have never once tried to make decisions with that part of my life for me. It's ever since I was 12 years old, it's you do what is best for you. And I just broke down and I was like, and I feel like because of all of the anxiety and the frustration and the anger and the sadness that I had dealing with that situation, it really affected my performance because my anxiety was always at level 100. I was really struggling mentally, and I'm so glad that I have the support system that I do with my family. They have always said, like, even if one day I decide that this isn't what I want to do anymore, it is what it is. They're going to support me in that decision too. But while I'm doing this, they will fully support me 100% as long as I'm giving 100%. And my mom's biggest rule was make sure that you keep those fucking grades up in school, or she was like, your wrestling's done. I'm taking it away. So I feel like that's another reason why I've been doing so well in college. And I panic anytime my grade drops past a 94. So, and everyone's like, Ava, you're fine. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to fail. But no, it's definitely been an emotional roller coaster. But my family, it means so much to me to know that I have them there and that they will always have my back no matter what. Even if there's something that they might not agree with 100%, they trust me in knowing what I'm doing. And I'm just like, just let it play out. Sometimes things seem a lot worse than they actually are. And I'm very big with my faith. And I feel like God has put me on a path that I need to be on, and he's not going to give me anything that I cannot get past. Nothing that I can't do without my family, because again, he's given me the best support system I can ever ask for, even outside of my family. My whole circle that I have now is such a positive and supportive circle that, like, sometimes I completely forget about the haters because I have just always good vibes around me. And even when like tension gets high, like we work through it. And me and my mom laugh all the time because most people at my age, like 16, 17, 18, that's when they're like at their biggest falling outs with their parents. And I feel like I was the worst when I was 9 years old. Like, me and my mom would get into it all the time. And I'm like, there's definitely some times that she should have slapped me more than she did. But I feel like going through those rough patches before my teenage years have made my teenage years so much better. And I feel like that's maybe why I matured the way that I did, because I had to deal with the blending of the family, which that in itself, I was going back and forth between houses and juggling everything. And when people started finding out that I had a blended family, I feel like that's when the bullying started the most, because young kids, they don't really understand what's going on, especially when they have like the perfect family in the world that we live in. But it was those early years and the fighting and the arguments and everything like that. And like we still disagree on things now, but I think that's because we're both stubborn. There's no like ill intent by it. It's just, I'm like, Mom, I want to do this. And she's like, okay, you can do what you want. You're 18, but I'm just saying, when shit goes south, I don't want to hear you complaining. And I'm like, got it. Okay. But yeah, me and my mom have gotten so close. She's literally my best friend. Like, I come home from school, like this morning, I saw this little like back and forth with two cars. There was a car driving, this one car sped out, and then they tailgated them, and then they decided to drive 5 miles an hour in front of them because they were mad that they were so far. Then as soon as I came home, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, guess what I saw on the road today? Like, it was the funniest. And like anytime I hear anything, I'm like, Mom, guess what? Guess who's with who? But yeah, a lot of people they don't understand why I'm so close with my parents. It's because I do everything with my parents. I love my parents, and I feel lucky to have the relationship that I do with mine, because a lot of people don't.
Right.
Even with like the whole stepmom thing, a lot of people don't like get along with their step parents, and I've never looked at her that way. I've had to correct people when they're like, "Oh, she's your stepmom." I'm like, "No, that girl is my mom. Don't disrespect her like that, or we're gonna fight." And my hair's already up, so we don't gotta worry about that.
We ain't even got to worry about that. It's already up.
But
Yeah.
but
And
yeah,
that's awesome that you have a relationship like that with your family, and especially within, whatever industry that you decide to be in, man. Support goes a long way. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? One thing that I will say is, when you were talking, for some reason, the word forgiveness just kept popping in my head. And sometimes, as a young person, you can't forgive things that happen to you, but life happens. And the
yeah,
older that you get, you realize that, hey man, life be lifing sometimes. And you'll see it when you're 18, 16, 17. But when you get older, you start paying bills, and you have start real like real life stuff start hitting
yeah,
you. Man, it's tough. And sometimes the biggest thing, the biggest lessons that we learn are those from forgiving others. You know what I'm saying? And not holding on to hate or how people did us or whatever the case may be. That's why I told you earlier, like, use that as fuel, the good and the bad. Use it as fuel. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But that came through me to tell you, just forgiveness, practicing forgiveness, it's going to get you a long way in your life. And I that message is for you. I ain't, so there we go. But Ava Brooks, you are a young philosopher yourself. Um, Confucius say, I want to hear some good advice, some motivation, something to get the beautiful people through their week, and through life. You could talk to the young girls if you want to give some life advice. So, Ava Brooks, the AVA, do you have a final word for your beautiful subjects?
I would say there were so many dreams that I had growing up. Like, I did not think this was the way that my life was going to play out. I wanted to go to college for basketball, and then it turned into I wanted to be a show twirler for Disney. And then I got into wrestling, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And then I got into professional wrestling, and I was like, I feel like whenever you know, you know. And I feel like I did work my ass off in my previous sports, but I have never fully indulged myself into something like I have independent wrestling or just wrestling in general. And I feel like we have so many influences and so many voices constantly telling us like society's standards of what we should do. And even though those ideas and those goals that they want you to hit, they might work for them or they might work for someone else. We're all different. All of our minds work different. And believe it or not, you should always follow your gut, because your gut will tell you exactly what you need to know every single time. I wish I would have listened to my gut sooner with a lot of things. And if I would have, I don't know if I would be in the position that I am now, but I'm always grateful, even though we all know sometimes life sucks, right? But no matter what your story is, no matter how your life's gone, I believe that every situation you have been in prepares you for the next step of life. And so you have the right tools to get through whatever the next obstacle is, or even if it's something much, much bigger. I also believe that if you are going to do something, do it 110%. Because one thing that I have learned is I might wrestle and there's 20 wrestlers that I know that hands down I'm better than, right? Could put money on it. However, there's 500 wrestlers that are way better than I might ever be that I don't know about. And the second that I let my guard down, even though I support all of my friends in wrestling equally, and I want to see them, if my friends would make it to WWE and I didn't, I'm not going to stop being friends with them because I'm going to let jealousy get in the way, you know? Like, I'm not like that. I used to be, and I'm so glad that I don't think like that anymore. I want to see all of my friends succeed and get to the biggest stage that we can get them to. So when you find your friends, do not let jealousy get in the way. Don't let drama get in the way, because half the shit that you hear isn't true. People lie for no reason. Give everything you've got to whatever it is that you're going to do. And even if you feel like you're seeing no progress, the people around you are going to see that progress. And I've had my fair share of these situations. I did not think I was anywhere near ready for my belt. But so many other people, and you guys included, have said that there is something here with what I'm doing. And sometimes I feel like I feel like I have a little bit of imposter syndrome sometimes. And I have to take a step back and I have to look in the mirror and I have to remind myself that I'm doing what I told myself I was going to at 16 years old, at 15 years old. And I do not regret anything. So if you have a dream, work your ass off. And even if you come to a conclusion, you're like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. As long as you gave 100%, and even if it still didn't work, you know that you did the most that you could do. And it's on to the next thing. And if you don't want to give up on it, don't give up on it. Go back, figure out what you need to do, and work harder. But you're always going to end up where you're supposed to at the end of the day. You're always going to end up being around the people that you're supposed to be with. And the dream that you have now might not be the dream that you have later, but eventually you're going to get to that destination.
Oh man, that was a beautiful, deep girl. You went Shakespeare on me. Beautiful message from Ava Brooks. I like one thing that you said. You was like, trust your gut. You know what I'm saying? Always trust your gut. Unless you eat beans from Taco Bell, then don't trust that. Just
That means go to the bathroom.
That means go to the bathroom. That bubbling that you're feeling in your gut, it's a bad feeling, all right. Hope you make it. Absolutely. Oh man. Beautiful message from the one and only Ava Brooks Roosevelt. Do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Absolutely. And this word came from this past Saturday. I went somewhere and I saw it and it said, time is the only currency that we don't check the balance on. And I was like, wow. You know what? You're really right. You are really right. We don't check the balance. Yeah. You know, we kind of keep moving, and it kind of falls into what Ava is saying. You know, if you find something that you really, really passionate about, go get it. It may not happen today. It may take a couple of years, or it may turn around, and you may be champion within 2 or 3 years of you even getting started. But just go out there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because time is the only currency that we don't check the balance on. That's my final word for the best damn wrestling podcast. It's Simba.
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 You don't even know who you are. Yeah. And I think, you know what, with my final word was going to be show up and show out. And I'm still standing by that because it echoes what you guys were saying. But I just said something that was profound to me. You don't even know who you are. You don't know how powerful you are. You don't know how strong you are. You don't know how beautiful of a person you are. You don't know what you can endure. You don't know how much you can take. You don't know how much love you have to give until you look at yourself and realize that all the answers that you want and that you were looking for in your life come from within. You are the answer. You are a blessing. You are important. You are beautiful. So know who you are. Know who you are. That is a final word from the one and only Brian Renegade. Did I go too deep? Did I go too high? I don't know.
That was good.
I don't know where I'm at. Absolutely, man. Ava Brooks, you are a member of the Best Damn Crew. We love you. You are a little sister. We're gonna look out for you. And anybody that want it, Roosevelt gonna whoop their ass for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a trained fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trained fighter. Oh man,
Brian needs to be on standby to bail me out.
I got your bail money, MC Cataract. I got it.
I got the hands, and he got the money. Okay.
Yeah.
You got the problem. I got the hands. He got the money. That's where we do things.
And if it's too much, I can make it go fund me because that's the way we're gonna rock with that. Oh man, Ava Brooks, what you got going on, and where can the people find you?
Oh, I have 4 shows the rest of this month that we talked about a little bit ago. My Instagram is official Ava Brooks, which I have a link tree to all of my other social medias. Obviously, Ava Brooks on Facebook. Go check out my video that just blew up. We're at like 3 million views. And if for some reason that you can't find that, if you go to Google and you put Ava Brooks Professional Wrestling, all of my stuff should come up. You can look up my name on YouTube, and you can see other podcasts I've done. Some of my matches are on YouTube now. And yeah, also, if you are a fan, if you send me one message and I don't see it, I'm sorry, but that does not mean blow up my phone, because you will get muted and then you'll never have contact with me ever. Because I have a life and I have a family and I have shit to do. So I'm not on my phone all the time.
Stay out of her DMs.
Stay out of my DMs.
The uncle came out of me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Stay out of my niece DMs. All right. Oh man, love that. Real quick, Ava Brooks, I want you to help me in the show. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to say one word, and I know your mama is watching, and you done dropped a couple cuss words already, so I know you in trouble. So hopefully she don't go too hard on you. But I want you to say the word "damn" for me, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to say we will see you next week on the next best, and I'm going to point to you. Once I point to you, I want you to say the word "damn" only the way that the AVA, the spark of your universe, Ava Brooks, can do. Okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Beautiful people, best damnation. We will see you next week on the next best.
Damn.
Woo, you heard it. Wrestling podcast. Yeah. That's that hot girl summer damn. Yeah. Absolutely. Ava Brooks, you are a joy to talk to. you are a champion in all rights. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on inspiring people. Keep on being great. Forget about them haters. Don't worry about it. Use it as motivators. You know what I'm saying? And just come back and visit us once you get a little big. Now I know you already got a belt, but we got this thing about this show, man. Whenever somebody come on this show, either they win a belt or they, so you might be two belts, maybe two belts soon. You know what I'm saying? You might get a bigger opportunity. It's coming to you. You know what I'm saying? But you are a beautiful human being, and thank you for being on this show.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Yeah, don't hurt nobody. But when you slap your friend, slap her for real, okay?
Oh.
And I want you to slap all the taste
A
buds out.
couple of
Not
those
just
are on YouTube too. I've slapped a few people during wrestling shows.
there you go, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can see your own power slap.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to be hit that hard.
Nah, ain't nobody hitting the AVA, or they got to deal with us. All right. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Beautiful people, if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, thank you for checking this out. Twitch, Twitter, all that jazz. If you're listening to us in Radio Land, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, where do you get your podcast? Thank you for listening to the Boys of the Best Damn Wrestling podcast. This weekend, me and Roosevelt, we're going down to WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? So we're excited. We got some coverage. We're actually driving. So we're on the road, the actual road to WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And we're driving from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way up to Las Vegas. And we are going to have some great interviews. We're going to cover some events that's going on. And it's going to be tons of fun. You know what I'm saying? So Renegade and Roosevelt do WrestleMania. We're excited for that. And check us out.
And we quite possibly will be streaming Friday night, 10:30. What's your standard time?
Mountain Standard Time?
Mountain Standard Time. Because I'm debuting for AWWA on Friday, out there in Phoenix, Arizona. We're gonna go out there and put boots to faces. Y'all already know, and walk away because that's what we do. Because we like to fight. We're gonna start some shit.
We're going to start some shit that doesn't. Yeah. So, light of match.
Make sure y'all tune in. Y'all tune in, man. Y'all tune in every week. We here every Wednesday, and sometimes we come on an off day. So you make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when to catch the Best Damn Wrestling podcast, because we always bring you some good shit.
Always. Like tonight. Yeah. Check out Ava, man. I know this is our first time meeting, but I just want you to know that I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. And I'm excited to see what you do. And I can't wait to see you slap the taste out of somebody now. Absolutely. Next week, beautiful people, we got the great O'Shea Edwards is going to be on the show. And then after that, we got Hell's Kitchen own Sterling Wright is going to be on the show, man. So that's going to be so exciting. I'm excited for both of these interviews. And, Ava set it off. You know what I'm saying? She set it off for us. So check us out. We will see you next week. Beautiful people, we bid you adieu.